Welcome back to another episode of 40 Facts About the 40K Universe. I am your host, Gersh1, and you are watching One Mind Syndicate. Today we continue talking about Necromunda, as we get into more gangs within the hive city of Necromunda. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We post Warhammer 40K content every single day, and we've done multiple videos on the gangs of Necromunda, so check those out if you haven't done so already. But with that said, let's get into 40 facts on the gangs of Necromunda. There are many gangs that battle in the underhive of Necromunda. The Brat gangs are made up of the children of the noble houses that reside above the wall and rule Hive Primus. Unlike the first and most important offsprings, they will never be expected to prove themselves as spires in the cruel underhive, and will never take positions of real importance in the ruling of Necromunda. Some become bitter and hateful at their older siblings. Some just accept the lack of responsibility and luxury, but there are those that have a different approach. Although the noble houses try to stop this from happening, groups of friends sometimes make a joint decision to sneak through the wall, usually bribing the guards and living a life of daring adventure in the underhive. The hivers call them brats, but only behind their backs, because they see the whole of the underhive as a huge funhouse, and will think nothing of blowing anyone away who annoys them with the sophisticated weaponry that they bring with them. Also above the wall, there are no such things as slot, nuts, or wild snake, so they revel in the pleasures of trading posts, which they can afford in abundance. This makes them impulsive and maniacal at best of times, so you don't want to annoy a brat if you can possibly help it. The brats are always in the forefront of any new fashion or cult that sweeps through the upper levels of the hive. Young nobles are privileged, wealthy, inquisitive, rebellious, and open to wider influences than are available in the lower levels of the hive. Brat gangs sport fantastically elaborate costumes and hairstyles and flaunt the conventions of the hive life as openly as possible. In the upper level hive layers, brats run together in packs, but they do limit their predations to their home territories. They frequently drop down the spires into the lower halves, where their wealth can be used to obtain any drug or weapon. Once in the lower halves, the brat gangs terrorize the techs and workers, safe in the knowledge that they can return to their upper levels whenever they want to. Brats are recruited from the unruly, discontent, and rebellious youth of the nobility. Their territory is the estates of the noble houses in the upper hab layers. Brats go in for bizarre tribal rituals, imitating those of the other hive gangs. Initiation rites, scars, tattoos, hairstyles, and extravagant, rather than practical clothing, characterize these gangs. Brats can be quite well armed due to their wealth and access to imports. Exotic weaponry is especially favored. Tech gangs and associations are more common than supposed. The techs often form collectives to protect themselves from exploitation by other groups. From passive protection and defense, such associations often mature into gangs that were as aggressive in their own fashion as any other in the hive. Tech gangs have a pool of skills, which means that they can often trade for materials from the factory level. They deal in drugs, chemicals, and weapons, trading these goods for interesting technological relics and rare raw materials scavenged from the Undercity. Tech gangs are not noted for crude ferociousness, but they are widely respected for their experience with weapons and equipment. And it is foolish indeed to cross the tech gang without reason. Techs belong to clans, either forming a distinct group within a large house or forming separate tech houses. Techs form gangs to protect their businesses most importantly. Tech gangs protect the workshops, industrial plants, and associated living areas of the tech families that work there. Tech gang members undergo initiation rites, which might involve technological implants or advanced forms of tattooing. Techs have access to unusual and technologically advanced weaponry due to their skills and great bargaining power. Tech gangs are concerned with the protection of their territory and tech businesses from the predations of envious rivals. There are many who will resort to lawless means to obtain advanced technology. Tech gangs are often hired by Helmar noble houses and other houses for tasks which require their expert technical skills. And then there are pit slaves, which are criminals and captives who have been enslaved and are forced into hard labor or gladiatorial combat. They are usually forced to have cybernetic implants that is appropriate for the job they are doing. When slaves escape to revolt, they tend to become hired guns, or they form into tech gangs. Gangs of cannibalistic mutants who carve out small kingdoms in the Underhive with the use of scalies, plague zombies, ghouls, and giant rats, as well as normal scabies and mutant scabies. All scabies are mutants. The only real difference between the normal and mutant scabies is that the mutant scabies' mutations are often beneficial in some way. They often utilize only the most basic of weapons. Autoguns and shotguns can be considered the pinnacle of scabie weaponry. Due to their lack of effective armaments, they often rely on numbers and attrition to win battles. In an environment where life on the whole is cheap for a normal hive denizen, it is many times worse for any average scabie. In lean times, a particularly luckless scabie may find himself the main course for the rest of the gang due to their cannibalistic nature. An enemy gang member that has been captured by a scabie gang may also share this grisly fate. And then there are the Ratskins. The Ratskin people have lived in the ruins of the Underhive for as long as time itself. The Ratskins regard the place as their ancestral home. They know almost nothing about the world that lies above their heads or beyond the hive. Ratskins have lived apart for so long that they have developed their own language, and only the few who visit Underhive settlements to trade bother to learn the common tongue of the hive. Ratskins possess senses uniquely adapted to the conditions of the Underhive. Their sight is incredibly keen, and it is commonly supposed that they can see in pitch darkness. A Ratskin can smell out tiny differences in air quality, and can track other hivers or hive creatures by scent. Their hearing is also finely attuned to the hive. The slightest sound tells them where others might be, whether a tunnel is safe, or if dangerous creatures are lurking nearby. Ratskins care nothing for the hive city, or the hivers that come from above. They do not understand the hivers' insane lust for scrap metal and glittering stones. Most of all, they are baffled by the foolish manner in which settlers eat toxic fungus, fall down holes, blunder into roof falls, and generally act in a senseless and dangerous fashion. Although outsiders puzzle and often anger them, the Ratskins are content to leave hivers alone so long as they leave the Ratskins in peace. Adventurous Ratskins trade with the hivers and sometimes hire themselves out as guides or trackers, but they are a self-sufficient and proud people who neither need nor want much from anyone. Ratskins know their way around the Underhive better than anyone else. They know about the main tunnels and small crawl holes. They know ways into and through Underhives, which the hivers are utterly ignorant of. They can find paths into domes, which remain undiscovered and buried to ordinary men. Ratskins move through the hive effortlessly and mysteriously, disappearing almost magically, appearing as if from nowhere. For the Ratskins, the Underhive is a living place, inhabited by sacred spirits. It is a place with which they feel a natural harmony, a place which is great and beautiful in their eyes. Ratskins respect the hive as a mighty god, generous in its bounty and merciless in its vengeance. In their eyes, the Underhivers often anger the hive by causing rockfalls or carving into tunnels with their clumsy excavations. Sometimes hivers go too far, trespassing into sacred places or poisoning the native pools. Ratskins live in small communities that are hidden from the settlers and explorers. They cultivate cane spores, which provide food as well as reed-like building material, and they hunt the rat herds that infest the hive. For the most part, they avoid the foolish intruders whose heathen ways often offend the spirits of the hive. Most settlers soon succumb to predators, toxic fungi, roof falls, or some other inherent danger, which all goes to show that the hive is intolerant of those who fail to show the spirits proper respect. Despite all of this, some Ratskins hire out as guides or trackers, and a few become semi-civilized as a result of contact with hivers. They can be found and hired in the larger settlements, such as the Dusk Falls, Glory Hole, and the Dead End Pass. There are few expeditions that would venture into unknown waste zones without the expert aid of a ratskin tracker. Sadly, some ratskins are attracted to the strange ways of the hivers and acquire a taste for intoxicating, gambling, and riotous living. These troublesome individuals hang around the settlement until the inhabitants lose patience and throw them out into the wastes. Bands of ratskin renegades are a nuisance to settlers and their own kin, and have a well-deserved reputation for savagery. And those were 40 facts on the gangs of Necromunda. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. The Ratskins are an amazing faction, and this video, or all of Necromunda, really illustrates how expansive the Warhammer 40K universe is. Because you have to remember, this is just one hive city, so imagine all the other hive cities on all the other different types of planets. How expansive is this lore, and how much room do you have as a lover of lore to just learn and expand on within the Warhammer 40K universe? It's something that, like, even if we created a video, or even like we're going right now, creating a video every day, we would never be able to finish telling you guys all there is to know about the Warhammer 40K universe. That's how big and expansive it is. But yeah, the Ratskins are amazing. Can't wait to get some models to convert them and make them look like what they are: Native Americans in Warhammer 40K, basically. Well, in hive cities in Warhammer 40K. Can't wait to get some figures for that. Now, with that said, we are still doing our subscriber appreciation giveaway month giveaways, and we are giving away the Necromunda Underhive box set. Now, it is a pre-order, so we don't have the box with us, but we've already put in the pre-order. In order to win, all you have to do is be a subscriber, because this is a subscriber appreciation giveaway. Make sure you hit the little notification button, which is the little bell icon right next to subscribe. Comment down in the comment section below, like our videos, and share the videos with your friends on Facebook, Twitter, or whatever social media you guys use. If you guys do that, you will be in the running. The winner will be announced next week, so stay tuned for that. And again, guys, thank you so much for subscribing, tuning in, watching our videos. It's because of you guys that we can continue to create more awesome lore and give you guys awesome giveaways. With that said, I'll see you tomorrow. This was Gershwin with One Mind Syndicate, signing out.